Just so you know, these are great people, but I want to get them the hell off the stage because I guarantee they didn't have this in mind when they built this. Thank goodness Mark lost a lot of weight over the last couple of months. You did, actually. Well, I want to thank you all very much. You are the reason we're able to be here and that you have a safe state and a great state. Thank you all very much. Thank you. That's some group.
I cannot wait to show you this video of President Trump walking out from behind the bulletproof glass. Thank God they have something like that for him. I know it's not something that is probably the best convenience for him and for the audience who wants to, who loves him so much and wants to come and see him, but it's just absolutely necessary after what happened, over a month ago. And we still don't even know what happened, which drives me absolutely crazy. I'm sure it drives you crazy too. There was a moment where somebody fainted in the crowd, a fan who came to see him in Asheboro, North Carolina. What a fantastic rally this was. I'm going to share with you the video right now, just in just a second. I'm going to share with you the video of him walking behind the glass, risking his own life to go give this fan a hug. And then I'm going to share with you unbelievable clips of this powerful, one of the most powerful rallies I've seen him do in a long time. Come on back, but let's check out this video first. Somebody yelled doctor. He walks out from the bulletproof. This is such a wonderful moment. You'll never see this on fake news. Oh, it's amazing. There's a poor woman, an elderly lady, that's like, he gives her a hug. Look at that. How do you not love this guy? How do you not love this guy?
All right, well, we heard him ask doctor, trying to clarify what the crowd was asking for, and it appears that call was answered, and the former president has wandered over there with Secret Service in tow, John, to check out what's going on.
You won't ever see this on the fake news. They won't show this side of him. They won't talk about this at the DNC last night. After the man had an attempt on his life, took a bullet for democracy, which is more than any of those Hippocrats could ever, will ever, should ever do in their entire pathetic, venomous, malicious, serpentine lives. After all the stuff that he's gone through, after all the sham trials, they tried to bankrupt him. They smeared his name. They tried to jail him. They tried to assassinate. After all this, he keeps going, risking his life to go help this person who fainted in a rally. And what do? Remember when Tombstone Chief, before he got, basically kicked out, he said, I think we need to lower the temperature, right? And what does Obama say? He's dangerous. What does Michelle Obama say? Say he's going to take us backward. He's the worst thing that ever happened to our country. They did that for literally a nanosecond, and then it's right back to the vile, detestable, depraved, fomenting dissent, the most divisive, radical, extreme, woke party in the history of the American republic and the history of the American political system. Okay, I'm going to share with you the best highlights of this amazing rally, again, in Asheboro, North Carolina. The crowd was enormous. They were buoyant, energetic, excited, happy to see him. We talked in a live stream that we did earlier about how the entire Democratic National Convention literally consists of zero substance, and how I even put up a chart how many times they mentioned Trump versus actual problems that Americans are facing and actually care about, because they don't have any policy, they don't have any strategy. Kamala and Tampon Tim don't have any blueprint for where to take the country. What do? They engage in the lowest of the low. To quote Michelle Obama, when they go low, we go lower, even though she says high. They go lower. Attack. Personal ad hominem attack. Listen to Trump addressing the very same thing that we addressed not that long ago.
They mentioned my name, I think, 271 times. They mentioned the economy like 12 times. They mentioned the border, maybe none. They don't talk about the border. Our great border czar doesn't talk about the border.
Border czar.
But they mentioned me more than any other category. I'm now a category. They had me down today as a category. That's all they talk about. Trump. We've driven them crazy. They have Trump derangement syndrome. They mentioned my name, I think, 200.
That's true. That is true, Mr. President. They definitely have TDS. This is a brilliant excerpt of his speech today. You can see him behind the bulletproof glass. It's really sad it's come to this. Talking about our foreign policy, where we stand in the nation, the Afghanistan disaster. Take a listen.
Since the Afghanistan catastrophe, it's been open season on America and our allies. I really believe that the Afghan disaster, what happened, the stupidity and the way we pulled out and the bedlam and all of that, it would have been very smooth. We were going to get out with strength and dignity. But when Putin saw that, he said, wow, those people don't know what they're doing. They're overrated. And he went in, and the same thing happened with Iran. Iran was not going to play with us. And now Iran is a rich nation. They have $300 billion. They had no money. And in 3.5 years, they made $300 billion they have right now. They made it all in 3.5 years. They had none when I left. And we would have made a fair deal with them. They can't have a nuclear weapon. Very simple. You can't have a nuclear weapon. Other than that, we want you to have great lives. But I do hear they're after me, but, that's the way it is. Look, I'm here for you, and I'm here even for the world. We want to stop world wars because the equipment is so devastating now. A world war is obliteration. We can't have a world war.
Amazing.
Every dictator, tyrant, and terrorist on the planet knows that they can get away with murder under Kamala and Crooked Joe. Kidnappers are getting millions and millions of dollars, but now they're getting billions. They're getting billions. What did you get for the 4 people that we released? Sir, they got $6 billion. What is $6 billion? Does anyone know what that means? $6 billion. They got $6 billion. People get kidnapped and, they ask for how about $1,000? How about $500? They got $6 billion from these idiots. And you know what happens? When that happens, a lot of people are going to get kidnapped because they say, we're dealing with stupid people.
One of my favorite moments is where he says, Comrade Kamala, you're fired. I love this. God, let me ask you a really quick question. Just on a side note, let me know in the comments down below. I've mentioned this before. I always get so inspired. You hear more USA chants at Trump rallies. You see more. I haven't seen one American flag, not one American flag at the DNC or really any Democratic rally at all. Any Kamala rally, any Tim Walz. I don't see one American flag. Do you? But I always get so inspired. I always have a renewed sense of pride in my country after listening to Trump talk. Let me know what you guys think in the comments and check out this amazing, explosive clip.
That's why this November Americans are going to tell Kamala Harris, that we've had enough. We can't take it anymore. You're doing a terrible job. Comrade Harris, you're fired. Get out of here. You're fired. You're no good. You're fired. Get him out of here.
Oh, I love it. I just love it. Here's a great clip of talking about our military, how important, kind of paralleling Reagan's peace through strength. This is a fantastic clip. Again, you notice Trump talks a lot of policy. He talks a lot of strategy. He talks a lot of, an actual plan of action to execute, and bring our country back to prosperity. Listen to this.
One of my most urgent priorities will be to quickly rebuild the readiness and spirit of the United States Armed Forces. And we had it built. We rebuilt it. We rebuilt the whole military, but it was decimated under this group of stupid people. We had so much. When I came in, we had no ammunition. Did you know that? Remember? I used to talk about it. And I said, if it's true, which it was, why would you say that? We had people on television. Right. Well, the United States has no ammunition.
Why would you say it out loud?
Some things you just keep to yourself, right? Do you remember from North Carolina, do you remember I used to talk about that all the time? Those are my best witnesses, those ladies. There's about 40 of them. They're all over the place. And they're always perfectly coiffed and perfectly dressed. They're beautiful and they're great. But no, I used to talk all the time. If you have no bullets, I can ask this group of leaders, you don't talk about it, but you get the bullets really fast, right? So within a year, I had so much that our warehouses were stocked to the gills. We never had so much. I bought so much, missiles, everything. I rebuilt our military, but that's been all dissipated now again because we give it away to everybody and for nothing. I mean, they don't do anything for us. We don't get anything. We don't even get a pledge that we'll pay you back someday if we have the money. How about that?
This is what Trump is going to do with the military and transgender and CRT and all that crap and wokeism. Watch this.
But under Comrade Kamala, our military has been abused for radical social experiments. On day one, I will get critical race theory and transgender insanity the hell out of our U.S. armed forces. We're taking it out. Our warriors should be focused on defeating America's enemies, not figuring out their genders. By that time, hopefully they know their genders.
Hear, hear. Hear, hear.
Marxist ideologies have no place in combat. Think of it. They go in and they decide, oh, they're going to change my gender. No, we want them to know their gender when they go in. You have no idea the disruption that has caused, and the fake news refuses to report it.
Of course they do.
You know, when I did a ban, I went to a lot of good generals. I said, I'm not going to tell you names. Just tell me, is it the right thing or the wrong thing? The wrong thing, sir. It's the wrong thing. And I had unanimous support. And then we did it. I didn't do it. Other people did it. They reversed me as soon as they got in, like almost the first day. I didn't do it. But they allowed things to happen to our military that just not right. If you want to have a sex change or a social justice seminar, then you can do it somewhere else, but you're not going to do it in the Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, Space Force, or the United States Marines. Sorry. You're not going to do it there. The military brass that led these absurd and insulting initiatives will likewise be removed, and they will no longer be in command. They're going to be gone so fast.
So Biden said that the American First agenda has had ruinous implications across the world, which absolutely just made me want to throw my remote at the TV. Listen to how Trump, there's a huge contrast of approaches. I mean, it could not get any more disparate. Listen to what Trump says we should do with our veterans and actual American citizens and people who care about America.
We have squalor in our streets. Our vets are disregarded, living on sidewalks in freezing cold and unbelievably hot cities all over the country. And yet we have people coming into our country that are living in luxury hotels.
All right, and lastly, this has got the entire internet buzzing. President Trump doing an epic flyover North Carolina rally. I mean, is there anything more exciting, anything more patriotic, anything more, I mean, just American pride through and through? Watch this. This is a guy who's a billionaire who literally doesn't need the fame, doesn't need the money, has plenty of power and influence without becoming president, doesn't need to be president. Presidents actually have less power than people like Elon Musk and people like Trump as private citizens. And yet he's doing this for us. He took a bullet for democracy. And you have the other side, which is the swamp, the vermin, the serpentines, the demons, who care not a one iota for you, me, our families, our kids, our communities, our country. The choice seems abundantly clear. I throw this off to you. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What did you think of that moment of him walking behind the glass? What do you think of the other points that he makes? What do you think of what I said where you have a DNC that I've been following very closely, much to my chagrin? It's so depressing because it just makes me sick to my stomach. But I do it for you. Where all they talk about is ad hominem personal attacks. They mention Trump 6,000 times. They mention the other policies combined under 50 times. And then you have Trump, who actually talks about the border, actually talks about the economy, actually talks about foreign diplomacy, where we stand in the world, dealing with dictators, dealing with leaders like Xi, Vladimir, Kim Jong-un, dealing with Europe, the UK, dealing with how the economic geopolitical landscape affects us and how we can benefit through his negotiating style, his business acumen, and so much more. What he thinks of illegal immigration, what he thinks of this transgender woke ideology. He actually talks about substance. I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments down below. I really, really look forward to reading all of your comments. As always, if you made it this far, don't forget in the pinned comment, show notes, and descriptions, there's a free newsletter. It's free. If you haven't signed up for that, sign up for it, because it's kind of like your sure-proof way of never missing out on all the latest breaking that affects you, me, America, our families, our world, that the woke fake mafia media news will never share. So sign up for that. It's absolutely free. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here. Subscribe and follow down there. And as always, may God bless you and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.